Do you know what I like to do before I get back in the gym? I like to look at some baseball cards. All right, guys, I have just a few pickups that I got that I'd like to share with you, and just some random cards on top of that. So let's do this. First, I had this 1971 clinic. This is from the Yankees, Thurman Munson. And I stumbled upon the Mickey Mantle. So I picked it up. Yankees Clinic. Surprisingly, this is a very low pop. I think PSA's only ever graded 30-some of them, I believe. Happy to add that. I picked up this 1937 O-Pee-Chee. I've been showing some of these lately. You know, this is a scarce set, and I'll add to it now and again. And this is Wally Moses. And you guys know that I like to collect players that had some significance in baseball or, well, in sports history in general, especially in baseball, just because it has such a long history. And, players that may hold a record or did something special or something like that. So Wally Moses here, he is the only player ever to have a walk-off steal of home more than once. He did it twice. Seems in the old days they stole home a lot more. I know Jackie Robinson, I think of as stealing home, Rod Carew. But back in the day, the all-time leader for stealing home is Ty Cobb, and second is Max Carey. But glad to add that one. And got a scarce 1968 Bazooka. Sammy Thunder and I, we were looking at the East Coast National for these, and we didn't see any. But I picked up a Pete Rose. One of the tougher bazookas. One of the tougher bazooka years. Pete Rose. I got this card. My man, he was one of my favorite players growing up. My second all-time favorite receiver, probably. And that's John Jefferson. Now, he had the advantage of starting his career after the Mel Blount rule. So he set rookie marks with receiving. But he was fantastic, fun to watch. Loved watching. That Chargers offense was just fantastic. Dan Fouts, Chuck Muncie, Kellen Winslow. Man, that one playoff game, he would come limping back to the huddle, his shirt hanging out, looked like he was hurt. Then he'd go make another play. And he'd come limping back to the huddle and go make another play. What a fantastic tight end. All right, I have some of these 1969. I have a bunch of these. I just pulled out 4 to show you. 1969 Topps 4-in-1s. This has a few good players and features Johnny Unitas. And here's some more, and features Joe Namath. Among others, of course. And Dick LeBeau and Gale Sayers. And Dick Butkus. So these 4-in-1s were inserted in packs of 1969 Topps cards. And they're meant to be separated. They're perforated. And these albums were also inserted. And it says to wet the back, and you would stick them in the album. And they were broken into teams. So these were inserted in 69 Topps football. My dad's friend gave me this Don Mattingly baseball card kit. Love to get old baseball card kits. All right, just a few pickups. I was working on the Big League set, Topps Big League, in 2000 and what is this, 18? 2018. I stopped when they started putting these influencer cards out there. But anyway, I got the blue version of Aaron Judge. I work on getting the parallels and so forth in this set. And all the, they had cutout cards on the boxes of Ohtani and Aaron Judge and Mike Trout and Bryce Harper, I believe. I think there were 4 and only 4, I believe. So I have all of those. That's the blue parallel there. Guess that's what you call it. I got the Jackson brothers. The Jackson 2. Jackson Holiday. Refractor. And Jackson Merrill. Probably your Rookie of the Year. Hard to argue, but I'd like to see Paul Skeens get it. I just pulled this out. I had this laying around. 1984 Fun Foods pin of Tony Gwynn. I have a whole binder filled of these. I don't know why I have that one loose. We have some 73, 74 hockey. Ken Dryden. Goalie of the 70s. And here he is as a leader with Tony Esposito. Yellow version. And Phil Esposito and Bobby Clark. Leader's card. I have a beautiful, well-loved 1953 Topps Whitey Ford here. It's a beauty with some rounded corners. Just reminds me of the 50s and the way cards should be. Who the hell wants a 10? This is how a card should look. Here we have a 77 Bobby Orr. One of my favorite all-time football sets is the 1966 Philadelphia set. If you don't know, the guy that started the Philadelphia Gum Company was a vice president of Bowman. And he went over to Philadelphia Gum Company, and he got the NFL license to do the Philadelphia cards. And so anyway, I added 2 more to my set because I work on this. This is Carl Spider Lockhart. And his name always sticks with me because he was the first football card I ever got out of Kellogg's cereal when I was a little kid. It was the only one I had. I don't know. I don't even remember getting it out of there, but I remember having it growing up. And Bobby Mitchell. So I added 2 more there. And then I added 2 more. I showed you guys a bunch of my 1960 Topps football. And I added 2 more. One, man, he may be the best offensive lineman of all time, and that's Jim Parker. You should watch film on him. He's on YouTube if you haven't. He's almost like Michael Orr in that movie, The Blind Side, where he just takes guys and leaves the stadium with them. That's why Johnny Unitas had a lot of success. He didn't get touched a lot. And Paul Hornung. And got the aforementioned Paul Skeens. He's about to pitch. Oh man, I gotta get going. Thanks for hanging out with me.